Today, I'm going to be talking about Kaspa and why it has just had explosive moves in the crypto market and how much longer we can expect this to continue. If that sounds interesting, please make sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe to my channel if you're new. So, we're going to be talking about Kaspa today, which is, one of my most bullish cryptos, maybe even my most bullish at the moment. I mean, you can see here, this is kind of like a timeline for me and Kaspa. So, my first ever video, can you believe it, was all the way down here on Casper. I think I was potentially the first ever YouTuber to cover Casper in a video. I may be the second, I may be the third, but I was definitely one of the first ones. Now, obviously, the stupid decision was that I didn't buy. I thought at this point Casper was massively pumped, and it was my own ignorance for not researching the project enough for me to not buy it. But this is kind of what the Casper chart looked like when I found it, right? So it was massively pumped, and people were saying it was going to have a big correction. Now, it did have a correction, but I didn't buy in that correction. I think I forgot about it. I didn't check it. Only until a few months later, I started to see the major parabolic moves that Casper was making, and then I went and researched it. I was a little bit skeptical. People were saying it's the next Bitcoin, and I actually was looking to buy it. Obviously, we came all the way up to here, 5 cents, and then we dipped, and that is the point where I was buying Casper very heavily, around 3 cents, almost 4 times on my money, which is very good. And I'm not complaining at all. I wish I would have got it lower, but wishing and hoping that you got something when you didn't is just not worth it, right? I've made plenty of good gains already in the last few months. We bought PlayZap. We got around a 13x on that, and many other cryptos. You can see all of my gains on the screen now. So the main thing that we need to talk about today is why Casper's pumping so much and how much longer we can expect it to continue and how high can this actually go in the bull run. We've got so many conflicting different pieces of information. Some people saying it will only go to 50 cents. Some people saying $1. Some people saying $20. So today I'm going to be basically providing my personal opinion. Okay, it's not financial advice. It's my view on Casper. And, I am very bullish on it. So full disclaimer, I'm bullish. I hold the crypto. I think it's going to perform really, really well. And I actually believe Casper could even make the top 5 this bull run. And I'm going to explain why today. So before I share my, overarching opinions on Casper, I want to just give you some news. So Da Vinci, the famous influencer who bought Bitcoin under $1, seems to be somewhat bullish on Casper. Okay, he's put 2 tweets out in one day. I put a little post here saying congratulations and welcome to the Casper community, because I believe this guy truly believes in decentralization. And the beauty of Casper is it's one of the most decentralized cryptos out there, if not the most decentralized. And I'm going to explain why. So basically, you've got Bitcoin, which is arguably the most decentralized, right? It's proof of work. There was no VCs that got in. There was no pre-allocation apart from Satoshi. Satoshi got himself around 1 million Bitcoin, which basically means that the team, i.e. Satoshi, had pre-allocated tokens. Now, obviously, I'm not saying that's a huge bad thing for Bitcoin, but if those tokens were to be liquidated, then that would obviously mean a huge downward price movement, most likely for Bitcoin. Whereas with Casper, 0 of the tokens are pre-allocated, which basically means that the tokenomics are absolutely fair. And it was that's why it's called a fair launch, because the public got 100% of the supply. There was no VCs. There was no, pre-sale, no pre-mint, no pre-mine, none of that. And you can see that that's reflected with the Casper chart, right? It started at basically 0, and it's gradually grew higher highs, higher lows. Contrary to many other charts where they start really high up here and then they come down a lot. For example, Arbitrum, okay? Arbitrum, famous layer 2, started pretty high. It came all the way down. And this is because of the big money that managed to get into Arbitrum prior to the launch. So Casper really does have superior tokenomics to any crypto, even in terms of the circulating supply as well. 75% of the tokens are already in allocation or already held, which is just so good. And all I've talked about right now is the decentralization. We've also got the scalability to talk about. Casper's extremely scalable. It could even be one of the most scalable cryptos out there, and it's extremely secure. So it ticks all the boxes in terms of a crypto. The fact that it's a block DAG means that it has the security and decentralization of a proof of work crypto, yet the scalability of a DAG crypto. So combining both together to make it a superior crypto is exactly what you want to see with Kaspa. Also, you've got this post here by Kaspa News, which says Kaspa is ranked in the top 31 by market cap without the participation of many top exchanges. Now, we all know how important exchanges are in cryptocurrency to garner more investment and more eyes on the crypto. Exchanges are good both from a marketing point of view to show the transparency of the crypto, but also in terms of increasing the amount of liquidity which can flow into the crypto. If you look at the exchanges which Kaspa currently is traded on, you can see it's on KuCoin, Gate.io, Bybit, BitGet, and MEXC. Those are the only real serious exchanges that I can see that it's traded on. If you compare that to most of the cryptos in the top 30, it's the complete opposite, right? Most of these cryptos have thousands of exchange listings. I'll show you one, for example, XRP, multiple pages, right? 63 pages for XRP. Now, obviously, Kaspa has some shady ones. You look lower down the ranks, but Kaspa only has 4 pages. Compare that to XRP's 63. There's a huge disparity here in the amount of available locations to actually buy Kaspa. And that is a testament to Kaspa's success because it's managed to get to a $2.5 billion market cap without the liquidity flowing in through some of the major exchanges. You compare it to loads of other cryptos, there's no Binance, there's no Kraken, and there's no Coinbase. So these are some of the exchanges which Kaspa, is still yet to be listed on, which I highly, believe, and I have high conviction that it will get listed on all of these some point in the next 2 years throughout the bull run. So Binance, some people are saying Binance are already potentially buying up Kaspa. Coinbase, Kraken are well known. You could call it a tier 2 type of exchange, I would say. Bitstamp, Bitfinex, HTX, Gemini, Crypto.com, a very big one in the US and globally, and no OKX listings. So some of the biggest exchanges out there have still failed to list Kaspa. And the reason for this is not because Kaspa is bad. The reason is because Kaspa is so decentralized, they are not going to give exchanges allocation of the supply. One of the number one ways that cryptos get listed on all these crazy exchanges is because they already allocate a certain segment of the supply to exchange listings. Kaspa didn't do that. So like I said at the start, Kaspa's a 100% fair launch, which means the public have all of the tokens, which means they can't just gift tokens out to exchanges to list the crypto. The exchanges themselves have to actually manually buy up the tokens to provide the liquidity for the exchange. So that's pretty big. It's good both for the pumping of the price because the exchanges actually have to buy the token, but it's also good in terms of the decentralization. So man, this is literally the perfect crypto right now. I'm sure, some point in the next 5 or 10 years, there'll be another layer 1 which solves the trilemma and maybe is quantum resistant and, has AI and is even better than Casper, right? But for the time being, I fail to see another crypto which solves the trilemma to the extent which Casper does. And I want to also bring you guys aware to a tweet that I made which says Casper solves the trilemma, perception is reality. What do I mean by this? I basically mean most people in crypto don't have the technological knowledge to understand which cryptos are scalable, which cryptos are good. They only understand it on a very basic level, okay? Most people don't have the, blockchain knowledge to understand how to compare cryptos, how to know the real TPS, the speed, and all of these different things, right? Most people can't calculate that. They just kind of go with hearsay. They just go with what the masses say. And right now, the masses are saying that Casper solves the trilemma. I believe it does, but it doesn't have to actually solve the trilemma in practice because it does in the minds of the many. So, in summary, if most people believe Casper solves a trilemma, it basically does, okay? Because most people who invest in crypto aren't very intelligent and they will just buy what the masses say. It's all a marketing game, okay? Everything is just based on beliefs. Now, with that said, I do believe Casper genuinely is technologically revolutionary. I've read into it a lot. I know people in the crypto space who are technicians. They are on the kind of blockchain computational side, and they're telling me, yes, Jonathan Sompolinsky is a genius. He's been known as a very well-respected, credible person in the blockchain space, and Kaspa truly is a revolutionary piece of tech. So I believe it. I think it is. So this leads me on to my price prediction long term for Kaspa, as in the 2025 crypto bull run that's upcoming. I personally believe that Kaspa can do anything between a 25 to a 50x as of right now. Now, obviously, these estimates change a lot depending on the fluctuations of the price. Kaspa right now is currently sitting at 11 cents. So it's a $2.5 billion market cap essentially. So a few days ago, my prediction for Kaspa would have been completely different. A few weeks ago, it would have been massively different. So you need to also take this into consideration. A lot of YouTubers, they maintain the same multiplier target even though the market changes, even though the price goes up. Whereas with me, I'm adapting, I'm changing my price target due to the fact that Kaspa has just pumped, which is a rational thing to do. So Kaspa, if it went to the market cap of Solana last bull run, would sit at a price of $3.58, which would be a 31x from this current level. I think this is very reasonable because Solana was the main kind of front run hype player one last bull run. I think Kaspa is going to be the main hyped front run layer one this bull run. With that said, I believe Solana is going to do more than its all-time high this time around. I think Solana will probably go to maybe a $200 billion market cap. And if Solana goes there, then that begs the question, well, could Kaspa go to 150 or maybe even 200 billion this bull run? And I think the answer is yes, it's possible. So it's really unlimited how high Kaspa can go. I think my conservative prediction would probably be around $3, $2 to $3. And my ambitious prediction will probably be around $10. So very stark differences there. But we are dealing with a very speculative new project, and it's hard to make price predictions on something that has literally just continued to rip throughout the entirety of a bear market. So anyone who tells you they know where Kaspa is going genuinely doesn't know. It's very difficult to predict. But one thing I can tell you is I'm extremely bullish on this crypto. I'm so happy with the growth of it. And I genuinely think this is good for the world and good for crypto, unlike many other centralized VC banker-backed layer ones. So thank you guys for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel. Also, check out that Patreon page of mine linked in the description. People are making crazy gains. We made a 12 to 13x on PlaysApp. We just made crazy gains on Track. We got into it at around 21 cents. It's then gone on to do, I don't even know how many X, 10 to 20X, and many other cryptos we called very low. We called Hello Token at the very bottom, basically, or the local bottom, and we called so many more. So if you want to get in this group, it's a very active community. So many people are in there. There's over 1,000 members. People are talking constantly in the chats. I do webinars, I do live streams, and you can get access to my buy and sell alerts, which will be very useful in the next few months as more and more projects launch and more projects pump. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.